We all deserve happiness and well-being, but sometimes we unknowingly block that happiness and well-being from flowing to us because we're wasting our energy on things that aren't helping us, that aren't making us feel good, on things that are blocking our energy from flowing, and that are disallowing good things to happen to us, things that drain our energy instead of leaving us feeling more energized. So today I'm going to be talking about 5 things that you might be wasting your energy on. And it's totally okay if you catch yourself doing this because we all do it at times. I catch myself doing it all the time. No judgment here at all, but my purpose of making this video today is to help you start noticing when you are wasting your energy on things. Because when we notice the negative programs that we keep getting stuck in, it's very empowering to take the initiative to start interrupting those patterns, choosing the direction that you want to put your energy into so that more of those things can grow in your life. Hello and welcome to a safe space. On this channel, we talk about topics that we may not always feel safe to talk about in the real world. It is my goal to create a safe space for all of us to learn, to grow, and to connect. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the 5 things that you may be wasting your energy on and where we can redirect our energy instead. Number 1. Perfecting. Whether you're constantly criticizing and critiquing yourself or draining your energy on work that's just not efficient, you have to start realizing that the problem is not you. The problem is that you're never good enough for yourself. And that's actually holding you back from creating better outcomes because you're draining your energy on being so overly critical of yourself. Perfectionism almost always stems from an inner feeling of insecurity, of unworthiness, feeling like we have to prove ourselves to others. But being in this mode of perfectionism is just not sustainable at all for our happiness, for our well-being, but also for producing quality work. The reason why this drains our energy so much is because it keeps us in a state of resisting. Resisting what is, resisting how things naturally turn out, resisting our natural process. We're trying to force things so much, so naturally it's blocking off our flow. When you do this, you're never going to truly feel satisfied because once again, the problem is not you. The problem is that you're never good enough for yourself. And that's a feeling that's not going to go away no matter how much you actually do perfect something. So when we notice ourselves slipping back into the program of perfectionism, what we can redirect our energy to is our progress. Because likely over the course of a period of time, you have probably made so much progress, more progress than you are giving yourself recognition for. And anytime you actually just take a moment to acknowledge all of that progress, you may start to become flooded with positive emotions, with appreciation and feeling proud of yourself. And those are the type of emotions that are actually going to help you excel more in life. Often when I catch myself being a perfectionist and feeling like I'm never doing enough or I'm never doing anything good enough, I really have to notice that toxic mindset and snap out of it and realize that I'm not on this planet to be perfect and I'm not on this planet to be productive at every second of every day. I know it's a lot easier said than done, and it's something that I'm always having to remind myself as well. So I completely understand your struggle if this is something that you struggle with, but once we start noticing it more often, we can really take our power back and start interrupting that program. And of course, this is really about learning to practice radical self-acceptance and self-love, which is a whole journey on its own. But if that is something that you struggle with, along with the majority of the population in this world, I have an entire playlist on self-love that may help you if you want to check it out after this video. The second thing you might be wasting your energy on is other people's lives. What your friends are doing, what influencers are doing. We tend to do this a whole lot because of social media, obviously, okay? We're always seeing what other people are doing and accomplishing and comparing our lives to them. But we also do this with our friends, with the people that we went to school with or the people that we've known our whole life or our family members, and we'll often feel like shit about ourselves because we're not quite where they are yet or we're not where we want to be yet. And so we're left with feelings of jealousy and unworthiness. But the thing is, all of that energy that you're wasting being so focused on someone else's life, you could be using that energy on yourself, on creating your own life that you would like to have. Anytime we catch ourselves comparing our lives to others, we need to redirect that energy to our own hobbies, to our own goals, to our own passions, to our own interests. I've noticed that every single time, without a doubt, when I stop using social media for a period of time, even if it's just a day or a few days, and I only focus on what I'm doing and not what anyone else is doing, I feel so much more confident, so much more sure of myself, so much more motivated, focused, inspired for the future. But whenever I spend more time checking out what other people are doing, the vacations that my friends are on, or the other influencers that I follow and their crazy abundant lifestyles, I literally feel my energy start draining. I feel my confidence start lowering. And I get it. It's too easy to do with how accessible social media is. But that's why it's so important to take breaks from social media, to delete your Instagram app, to delete your TikTok app. Because as long as you are so focused on what everyone else is doing, you're never going to feel good enough. You're never going to feel worthy enough. You're never going to feel like you are far enough in life. You may start confusing yourself, thinking that you're not on the right path. Maybe you should do what Sally is doing, or looking at Christina's success and thinking that you're never going to be as successful as Christina because she got there faster than you and you don't have the same talents as her, and whatever. So do whatever you need to do to stop wasting your energy on what other people are doing all the time. And do what brings you joy. Do what feels right to you. Focus on yourself and focus on your life. Because focusing on other people's lives is not going to help you. It's not going to serve you. Am I ranting? Am I making you guys mad? I'm not just calling you out right now, okay? I'm calling myself out. We all do this. Because not using social media so much can be hard. I know. And learning to stop comparing our life so much because of this world that we live in is hard. I know. But that's why I am giving you this reminder today to wake up out of the program. The third thing you might be wasting your energy on is minor decisions. I call this chronic indecisiveness. I don't think I've ever heard that term before, but it's something that I made up in my own head because I literally struggle with chronic indecisiveness like every single day. It's easily my most toxic trait. I think chronic indecisiveness is like the child of anxiety and perfectionism. If you don't relate to this at all, feel free to skip to the next portion of the video. But wasting our energy on minor decisions is when we're just constantly overthinking everything. And I guess that's what I'm referring to more, is just the act of overthinking. It's such a waste of our energy because our heart knows what we really want. Like usually we know right away. Usually we automatically have a nudge of what to do. But then we get stuck in our head and we overthink it way more than we ever needed to because our heart already told us what to do. And it's such a waste of energy because it's like, how long are you gonna sit there and make that pros and cons list in your head? Or how long are you gonna sit there and decide what to eat? Like, I'm not kidding. I have spent over 30 minutes just deciding where to eat. So what we can redirect our energy to is our inner compass, our heart center, and trusting our decisions, however big or small. You know what I've noticed myself do so many times? I'll be getting ready to go somewhere and I can't decide between a couple different clothing choices. Maybe it's shoes or maybe it's my jacket. And I'll be sitting in my car and I'll realize, you know what? No matter which pair of pants I decided to wear, I probably would have found a reason to believe that the other ones would have been better, regardless of the outcome. Because the problem was not the pants itself. The problem was my anxiety about the pants. When we learn to start quieting the mind more and trusting our inner knowing, being more present in the moment, and also accepting the outcomes of each of our decisions and learning as we go, then we start becoming more in tune with ourselves. And things start to flow more easily and effortlessly without us having to overthink and overanalyze so much and perfect so much. The fourth thing that you are wasting your energy on is the past. And yes, this means even things that happened 30 seconds ago. We often get so stuck in the past and we let it bother us so much, but the only way to create any change in our lives is actually in the present moment. So when we are bothered by how the past went, it doesn't help us at all to keep thinking about it. Because if we want to change that thing that bothered us from the past, then we must be present in the moment. We must redirect our energy and our attention back into the now. I know it's easier said than done, but every time you catch yourself caught in the program of replaying the past, you are living in your head and you are living in a movie that is the story of the past instead of being in the current story of your life. This could be anything from an event that happened a long time ago that impacted you as a person, or this could be an awkward interaction that you had the other day that you still feel embarrassed about, or this could be any mistakes that you've made. This could be things that your ex did to you that you're still angry about. You could still be replaying the time that you got cheated on. And I understand how hard it is to stop thinking about those things that bother us so much because it was hard, it was painful. But we also have to recognize the fact that placing our energy and our attention on the past is not going to help us at all in our present day. It's not doing anything to serve us. So next time you notice yourself doing it, stop the program. Put yourself back in this present moment. Notice your surroundings, take in a few details, ground yourself back into your body, ground your feet back into the earth, breathe more deeply and slowly. As hard as it is, and trust me, I know it's hard, just know that it is draining your energy. It's not helping you. So choose to become the conscious creator of your life and start placing your energy and attention in other places that are actually going to benefit you, like your future desires, or like becoming a better person, or on your goals, or anything that's beautiful and joyful in this present moment right now. And the fifth thing that you're probably wasting your energy on is toxic people. Angry people, rude people. When you notice that you are feeling anger towards someone because of the way that they are acting towards you, it kind of shows the place that you are at in your own life. Because if you're in a place in life where you feel happy and confident and secure in yourself, then other people's anger and other people's rudeness is not really going to bother you very much. You simply just feel bad for that person for not being in a good place themselves. So it's totally normal and okay if that is the case for you, but try to make it a point to create a sort of safe and comforting place within your own self to where other people's negative energy cannot really affect your energy so much. I get that it's hard not to get mad sometimes. Like, it sucks when people don't treat us the way that we would like to be treated. But at the same time, it's like there is literally nothing that you can do about how other people treat you. What actually feels good is when you just show people kindness back, when you don't lash back out at others, or when you don't drain your energy being so hyper fixated on them. So what we can start putting our energy towards instead is the pleasurable things in our experiences and in our interactions, focusing on the good in people, focusing on the good in each situation, on the little things that bring us happiness and joy throughout our daily lives. I get that it's easier said than done, but you do have to realize that you need to look out for yourself. You need to do what's best for yourself. So if you think about how much of a waste of time and energy it is to be focusing on someone else that's unhappy or angry or that's making you mad, instead of just feeling happy and joyful within your own experience, within your own body, one of those things is going to do nothing good for you and make you feel worse and drain your energy more. And the other thing is actually going to be good for you and make you feel good and energize you. So it's up to you which one of those things that you would rather feel and experience, because you're really only punishing your own self when you allow someone else's anger and negativity to affect you so much. Think about it in this way. Everything is energy. We are all made up of energy. Okay, so when you're placing all of your energy on perfecting, on toxic people, on what everyone else is doing, on the past, on overthinking, your energy is in all these places and you're left feeling drained. The energy is not flowing through you. So when you stop focusing on those energetically draining things that you can't change anyways, you bring all of that energy back into yourself. Then you have more energy to create, to focus. You're not blocking off your happiness. You're not blocking off your well-being. You are allowing your energy and your life force to freely flow through you. All of these things that we talked about today create energetic blocks. And that can often be why the things that you want to create in your life are being blocked as well, because you're not allowing them into your experience, because you're so hyper focused on all of these negative things. Again, it's totally okay to slip back and forth back into these programs, but try to start noticing each time it happens and take the higher road. We hold so much power in noticing the pattern and starting to create different patterns of thinking and feeling. After all, we are the ultimate creators of our experience, and we are not dictated by any program, no matter how hard it can be to not fall back into it sometimes. And when it starts really sticking with you that you really are the ultimate creator of your experience, it starts to become fun because you're like, okay, I'm gonna make this adjustment here, I'm gonna make that adjustment there. And I'm gonna stop letting all of these things control my experience and make it something that I don't enjoy. I'm going to create the outcomes that I want. I'm going to create the feelings within me that I would like to have. So I think that's all I have to say today. I hope that this video resonated with you. I hope it helped you. I hope it didn't appear like a rant or like I'm pressing on anyone. I know how hard these things can be, but that's why I make these videos, so that we can have more awareness and ultimately take our power back and create a life that makes us happy, because that's what we deserve. So thank you for joining me today, and if this video did help you in any way, feel free to give it a like. That really helps support me in the YouTube algorithm, and it helps this video to reach others who need to hear it. And if you would like to see more of my content, or if you would like a safe space to come back to every week, then subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you here. But other than that, I really hope that I see you in the next video. Bye!